Web Application Basic. This is the second part of your IT subject. Okay, let's see. So in this topic, students, we'll see about how to work with accessibility options. Okay, so what are the computer accessibility? Computer accessibility refers to the user friendliness of a computer system for all regardless of their disability. This is mainly a software issue. However, when a combination of hardware and software, it enables a person with a disability or impairment to use a computer. It is known as what? Assistive technology. In this sense, you will learn about the basic accessibility options available on our computer, like cognitive impairments and learning disabilities such as dyslexia, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, that is ADHD or autism, visual impairment such as low vision, complete or partial blindness or color blindness, hearing impairment including deafness, motor or dexterity impairments such as paralysis, cerebral palsy or carpal tunnel syndromes, and repetitive strain injury. Windows 7 includes accessibility options and programs that makes it easier to see, hear, and use your computer. Like steps to launch accessibility options in Windows 7. We can start, then click on Control Panel, then Ease of Access link. Click Ease of Access Center link. You can see here Ease of Center Access link. What happens now? It could makes you easier to access what your Windows 7 which have this type of problem, Okay, so next is setting up the keyboard access. How we could be able to set the keyboard access easier? So click make the keyboard easier to use in the ease of access center, then turn on mouse keys checkbox to allow the user to make up the arrow keys on the numeric keypad to move the keys on screen and enter key to click. For example, user can press top arrow and left arrow key to move mouse pointer diagonally towards left side. Next, turn on sticky keys checkbox allows user to keep the key active when it is pressed once, and when any other key is pressed, then it is processed. Turn on toggle keys, turn on filter keys. This all help us. Like toggle keys checkbox allow user to hear an alert sound time every time a key like caps lock, num lock, etc. is pressed. Filter keys checkbox, when selected, makes keyboard ignore rapidly repeated or long pressed key to avoid repeated typing of the same key, thereby helping people who type with trembling hands. So this all help the people who have such special activities to be done. Next is text or visual alternatives to sound. Like people with hearing impairment have great use to this feature where they can see the visual feedbacks or cues on the screen instead of sound. So use text or visual alternatives for sound in ease of access center, or turn on visual notification for sound. Sound sentry option replaces sound systems with visual warning like flashing caption bar or active window, flashing the active window itself, and flash desktop. Any sound that reads the screen can be turned into text caption that appear on the screen by checking. Turn on text option for spoken dialog box checkbox. Make the computer easier to use. In ease of access center, click make the computer easier to use link. Choose a high contrast theme, then select the option to turn high contrast on or off by pressing the left shift or left key and print screen key. Turn on narrator options, turn on audio descriptions, turn on magnifier. This all help us to make our computer easier to see. Okay, through where you will get from the ease of access center, you may get all these things. Okay, next is networking fundamentals. Computer when connected with each other through a communication medium from a network. The purpose of connecting computer to form a network is to share the data, services, and various resources. For instance, one printer connected with a computer can be accessed by printing by other computers on the network, or a file can be copied from one computer to another without having the need of shareable devices like disk or pen drives. Okay, when your computers are being connected, like 2 to 3 computers are being connected with one printer. So from any computer you can give the print command without taking the data from the printer and coming to the printer to print the data. You can give the command of print and you get the data, you get the required data from your printer. Okay, this is what your networking. So in peer-to-peer network, computers are equipped with similar processing power and share information and resources with each other. There is no specifically designated computer that is the source of all data and services. Next, client to server. You can see the picture over here. Computers which are dedicated to provide services and access to resources are called servers, and computers that access these services are and resources over the network from the server are called what? Clients. Depending on the services they provide, servers are called file server, print server, database server, internet access server. Whatever the services we give, that type of, like file serving we are doing, the file server being used. Now servers are equipped with powerful processor and larger storage as compared to the client. In certain networks, clients evenly rarely on server for the data processing. There are various types of network on the basis of span. Like personal area network, PAN. It is a computer network which is used for single person of communication. Like a single person will use that particular computer, or the devices are known as what? Personal area network. Next is local area network. A small geographical area such as home office, 2 to 3 computers or 10 computers are being connected with a single computer can be categorized what? Your local area network. Next, metropolitan area network, a large network that usually spans a city but does not expand the boundaries of the immediate town, city or metropolitan area. Okay, can be communicated what? Your metropolitan area, like your cable TV network. Okay, next is your mobile towers. These are being connected with one? Metropolitan area network. And the widest network is known as what? Wide area network. It is a geographical independent computer network. It covers a large geographical area. For example, your internet connections. Okay, next is internet. What do you mean by internet? Networks all over the world are globally interconnected to form what? Internet. This is the reason why internet is called what? Network of networks. Today, almost every computer and handheld communication devices is the part of network. Okay, so internet is one of the most useful technology of modern times which help us in our daily personal and professional lives. Internet is widely used by students, educational institutes, scientists and professionals to gather information for search and general information. Through a click, we could be able to get our data in an effective manner. Okay, the first workable form of internet came in which year? 1969, with the creation of Advanced Research Projects Agency Network, that is ARPANET, in USA under the US Department of Defense. ARPANET allowed multiple computers to communicate on a single network. In 1990s, internet came in wider use when computer scientist Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web. So who invented the World Wide Web? Tim Berners-Lee. Next, World Wide Web. It is the largest information system on internet. It contains millions of websites that provide information in the form of text, animations, pictures and video. Through this, we could get what? Library that contains a million of books. What is the difference between the internet and World Wide Web? There is some difference. Internet is a massive network or computer network. It connects millions of computers together globally, forming a network in which any computer can communicate with any other computer. And in World Wide Web, it is a way of accessing information over the medium of the internet. It is an information sharing model that is built on top of the internet. Now there are various advantages of networking, like hardware sharing. We could be able to share our hardware components such as printer, scanner, etc. Internet access sharing. You can purchase a single internet connection, share it among other computers in a network instead of purchasing the multiple internet connection. Usage of network-based applications such as web browser, email clients, chat applications. Getting access of internet. How you could be able to get the access? Through first telephone or cable line or a dongle. Next is an modem. A modem is what? It is a device that enables a computer to transmit the data through telephone or cable lines. A modem modulates outgoing digital signals from a computer to analog signals for a conventional copper twisted pair telephone line, and demodulates the incoming analog signal and converts it into digital signal. Modulation and demodulation. Next, software. A browser or web browser is an application software that is used to access the information or websites on the web, like Mozilla Firefox, Internet Explorer. This all are there. Next is internet service provider. What do you mean by internet service provider? A company or organization that provides the access to the internet, or access is provided through a modem that connects your computer with the service providers, are known as what? Your internet service provider. Modem can be wired through digital subscriber line or dial-up or cables or wireless, that is Wi-Fi, 3G or 4G, etc. Connectivity provides a wide choice of data transfer speed and other services along with internet access. Types of common internet connectivity. Connectivity to internet can be broadly classified into wired and wireless, like dial-up is wired, DSL is wired, cable internet access is wired, 3G is wireless, WiMA is wireless, Wi-Fi is wireless. Dial-up internet access is a form of internet access that uses the facilities of the public switch telephone networks to establish a connection to a internet service provider via telephone line using a device called what? Modem. Next is DSL or digital subscriber line is a type of wired only. It provides internet access by transmitting digital data over wires of a local telephone network. DSL services delivered along with wired telephone services on the same telephone line. On the customer premises, a DSL filter removes the high frequency interconnection interference, enabling like simultaneous use of telephone. Next is cable internet access. Cable internet access is a form of broadband internet access that uses the cable television infrastructure, like your cable internet access is provided through existing cable TV network. This is similar to DSL that is provided over existing telephone lines. Next is 3G, short for third generation, is a set of standards used for mobile devices and mobile telecommunication server. This is a wireless part. The high-speed downlink packet access is a 3G mobile telephonic communication protocol that allows higher data transfer speeds and capacity. If supported for 3G is available on your mobile phone, you can subscribe to the 3G connectivity with your ISP in order to get high-speed internet connection to your phone. Next is WiMAX. WiMAX is what? Worldwide interoperability for microwave access. It is also a wireless communication medium standard designed to provide mobile broadband connectivity across the cities and countries through a variety of devices. WiMAX is a long-range system covering many kilometers and is typically used where DSL or cable internet access cannot be used. Next is your data transfer on the internet. How you could be able to transfer your data in internet? Through the communication medium, and in the communication medium you will not pass your data in one go. You will make it in a small packets and you will forward those data. First is through packets, second is header is added to each packet explaining where the data has come from and where it should end up. Next, each packet is sent from computer to computer until it finds its destination. At the destination, the packets are examined first. If any packets are missing or damaged, a message is sent asking for them to be resent, or the packets are now resampled into their original form. By this method, the data are being transferred on what? In your internet. So to access Wi-Fi, you need an access point with an active internet connection. Usually you can see in this type of image is available, from where you could get that what all Wi-Fi connections are available, and you choose the particular Wi-Fi connection where you could get the Wi-Fi connectivity. You can connect it through the Wi-Fi router that acts as both an internet connectivity devices and an access point for Wi-Fi connectivity. Setting up a Wi-Fi network requires technical expertise. However, you can access the Wi-Fi network by connecting to an access point that is already set up for user. On computers that run Windows, you can view the list of wireless networks available by using the following procedures. Like Windows will display the list of available Wi-Fi networks. You can choose any of the connection from the list and select by double clicking on the name displayed in the list, through which you could be able to get your Wi-Fi connection set in your system. The further topics are more in this web application development. So we'll learn later. Thank you.